What's up, y'all? I'm gonna do something a little different today. We're not gonna do God's promises. There was a verse that stood out to me, and I just want to read it and kind of pick it apart, because it seemed very, timely. It's James chapter 1, verses 1 through 4, and this is James, who's a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ. He's talking to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. He says, "My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations." And when I read this the first time, I read it and I was like, okay, count it all joy when ye fall into temptations. But I noticed that it said divers, and it was interesting because it was like, if he just wanted it to be just about sin, then he would have just said temptation, like when ye fall into temptation or ye fall into sin. But he said divers, and that kind of stuck out to me because it's like he's saying count it all joy, and he's talking about just facing trials and difficult times in your life. You know what I'm saying? And so that was just big to me because we just think so negative when things don't go our way. And right here is telling us to count it all joy. And then he says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. You know what I'm saying? And it says, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. The trying of your faith worketh patience. So everything you're going through is working on you being more patient. You know what I'm saying? And not patience just to have patience. Patience gives you a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? You might need patience, and you might need patience for your purpose. You know, some might need it more than others. And then it says, but let patience have her perfect work. All right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't be like, oh, I only need this amount of patience. I only need that amount of patience. I don't need patience at all. You don't get to pick. It says let patience have her perfect work. Let God decide how much patience you get. You know? Let God decide how patient you have to be. It might take 10 days, it might take 10 years.